Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, we are checking out the official 2024 NBA mock draft post. That was me posting up. Post March Madness edition. We are officially in April. March Madness is over. I did watch the national championship game. It was fun. You know, I think that that Donovan Klingon, he's pretty solid. He kind of gives me like a modern Brook Lopez, except younger type of vibe, or maybe like a Tyson Chandler with a three-point shot. Zach Edey, I think he's better than Boban, as people claim he is, but yeah, I saw some issues too, you know, as far as mobility, but I still think he'll be a quality NBA player. And the rest are nobodies. I actually really don't. I know some of the players in this draft class, but we're going to watch this by Hoops Reference and, you know, educate ourselves.
Now that the tournament is over, we've
especially
definitely
since this
seen
team
some
right here,
players
man,
prove their value to NBA scouts, while others left a lot to be desired.
Top 3,
and
top
all
5
of that
pick
will be reflected in today's video. Today we're putting out another mock draft installment
yes,
now
sir.
that the college basketball season is officially over, running through the lottery picks, and add a special
Can't wait for my
twist to
Mission
this
Wolverines
one.
to bounce
I have
back.
actually gone over
New
to
coach.
Tankathon.com and used their lottery simulator to randomize the order, so that is where the order that the teams will be picking from in today's video came from. Before we start, though, it turns out a good amount of you watching right now aren't
Dang,
even subscribed to the
55%. I
channel,
wonder if
so
mine
if you
is.
enjoyed the
Mine's got to be like
content, consider hitting the subscribe
90-10.
button, as not only
No,
does
wait,
it help a
1090.
ton,
I think
but
most of the
also
people that
really
watch me are
appreciated.
subscribed.
Now, with that being said, let's begin. After running that lottery simulation,
Alexander
the Charlotte
Sarr.
Hornets were awarded the first pick, and with it, they select Alexander Sarr.
You know what though? That is okay. That is okay. I don't know if I as a Pistons fan, I don't know if I want the curse of having to decide in this draft who to take number 1, man. Like, this is fine. I kind of like Sarr and the Hornets too. Kind of gives you like a Jaren Jackson Jr. vibe.
Actually win the first pick in the lottery like they did in this simulation, then they would welcome Sarr with open arms, because their defense remains a huge glaring weakness for this squad.
Yeah, like him and Duren, I don't know if it would
getting a guy
quite
that
work.
projects to be a dominant defensive anchor would be perfect. His season playing in the Australian NBL was very successful, where he impressively showed off his defensive instincts.
So what, probably him and Mark
athleticism,
Williams
work
running
in
it though,
the pick
right?
and roll,
At
and
the
his budding
forward
jump
spots.
shot that all make
Forgot
him
my
a
drink.
safe first selection. Up next, the simulation awarded the Portland Trailblazers.
What? Oh, wait, okay, all right. Hoops. It's time to re-record. Wait, there's no way, bro. We're falling that far down now, man. Come on, bro. We already got Wembanyama stolen from us. Now we're gonna fall. We'll say if we need to be good next season. I'm gonna lose my mind. I feel like I've already lost it, but all right. I've heard good things about this kid right here. He's a good shooter.
Select Zachary Risacher from France.
Zachary
The
Risacher.
Trailblazers would
French.
love to see themselves.
Well, no, I guess Victor Wembanyama, he was from France, and so is Sarr, I believe. But we got Killian Hayes, Seiko Demboya, so the odds are, you know, the Pistons get this guy right here, man. We have a French Jew on our team that finally takes off. It ain't gonna be Evan Fournier.
Move up a few spots to get here, because Risacher can not only stake his claim as the best player available, but he's also the best fit for what the Blazers need to add to their young core. The Blazers have a plethora of talented young guards in their backcourt, and DeAndre Ayton also started to come alive in the second half of the season at center, but getting more talent at the forward spots is a must, and Risacher is a 6'10" forward that knocks down 40% of his threes with a confident shooting stroke that lets fly without hesitation.
Okay, so we kind of that's a Sean Marion form in a way. Y'all see that? That's a let me see that follow through on that shot.
Percent of his threes with a confident shooting stroke that lets fly without hesitation. He's making smart decisions without trying to do too much, and he's an outstanding defender as well.
Yeah, I guess that's maybe what I see with him is like 3-and-D Michael Porter. That's kind of what I'm seeing with him.
Next, the simulation awarded the Utah Jazz with the third pick, and with it, they select Nikola Topic from Serbia. This is another team taking a big leap up the board, and if the Jazz do luck out like this, then
every NBA team gonna have a Nikola on their team.
Bringing in someone with more of a pure point guard approach to things like Topic, as their current backcourt is filled with guys who play with more of a score-first play style, like Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, and Keontae George. Topic has been injured since January, but he is expected to return soon, so in the next few weeks, he'll have the opportunity to show scouts one last time why he's one of the best players available as a crafty passer that brings tremendous feel and playmaking skills to a team. Up next, the simulation award.
Come on, man! What are you doing to me, bro? Come on! Did we get a pick?
From UConn. The Bulls made the biggest leap of all in this simulated lottery, and as a result of it, I like the idea of them grabbing the player that anchored UConn's incredibly dominant team all year long.
Yeah, but if he is the next Tyson Chandler with the three-point shot, don't trade him like y'all did with Tyson in Chicago.
With surprisingly good feet and quick rotations, along with the ability to time his contests.
You know what I like about Donovan here? Because that's one thing I kind of noticed when he was playing defense on Zach Edey is that, you know, obviously we are in a more lengthy height type of NBA than what we used to be. It used to be 7 foot bulky as heck, you know, Shaquille O'Neal. But now it's like when you have dudes out there like Victor Wembanyama that can stretch the floor being that tall, you need tall, lengthy dudes that are mobile that can keep up with those type of guys. And I feel like Klingon is that type of dude. I forgot, why can't I think of his name? The center 7-1 rookie last year on the Mavericks. That's the beginning of the season. I said he was going to be a 9-10 type of player. Perfect type of dude to put on Wembanyama. And he ended up having a really good season.
Forcing misses at the rim with ease and blocking even more shots.
Yeah, I kind of see that same thing here.
He would be able to ease into the pros behind Nikola Vucevic on the Bulls until the team inevitably trades Vuce. As we all know, the lottery is only drawn for the first 4 picks, so the rest of this draft is just the remaining teams.
Great if it was. Fifth, Matas Buzelis.
Standings, which means that the Pistons once again got the short end of the stick, falling to 5, and with it, they take Matas Buzelis from G League Ignite. In the era of versatility being more important than ever, Buzelis comes in as a prospect oozing with it. He's another 6'10" forward that can throw a ton of length at you. He capably defended multiple positions in the G League, and offensively, after dealing with a ton of injuries early on and struggling in that same span, he finished the season well and could use that momentum to dominate
the that shit, process. Bro, you in the damn Z League, bro. Look at that move he did, bro. That shit wasn't even crispy, bro. He almost lost that shit, bro.
And could use that momentum to dominate the pre-draft process.
That shit's getting thrown back by Embiid.
With the 6th pick, the Washington Wizards select Rob Dillingham from Kentucky. The Wizards are still early in their rebuild process with a lot of holes to fill, but Dillingham is the best player.
I couldn't believe that Calipari left, though. Crazy.
Kentucky's March Madness run ended before it even began, losing in the first round, and Dillingham definitely did not play well by any stretch, but I'm not here to overreact too hard, because at the end of the day, his shot creation skills are still second to none in this draft class. With Tyus Jones being on an expiring contract next year, and the Jordan Poole experience coming with more lows than highs, Dillingham could come in and be their point guard of the future potential. Up next with the 7th pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Cody Williams.
Like tourist trap or something.
Williams started the season strong, but then injuries halted his momentum around January, and after that, he never looked as aggressive or confident on the ball. He's a very efficient scorer, both inside and out, but his ceiling will be determined by whether or not he can develop into a go-to scorer that can create his own offense consistently, and San Antonio would be a good landing spot for him to be coached up by the same guy that turned Kawhi Leonard into the star that he is today. Next, with the 8th pick, the Spurs, who own the Raptors pick, select Reed Sheppard from Kentucky.
They got 2 picks?
Was soaring sky high heading into the tournament, and then things came to a screeching halt in the first round against Oakland, where he had easily his worst game of the season. He looked completely lost, scoring just 3 points in that game and not being able to get anything going. So while I try not to overreact to one game, it does serve as an important reminder that his ceiling may be slightly more limited than initially thought.
This is the worst draft class ever, I ain't gonna lie.
I still love his overall game as a top 10 pick in this class, though, and I believe he would be a terrific fit for the Spurs, who need backcourt help. Up next with the 9th pick, the Memphis Grizzlies select Dalton Knecht from Tennessee. Knecht had an outstanding showing in the tournament this year, leading his Tennessee team all the way to the Elite Eight, and even in their defeat to Purdue, he dominated that game, scoring 37 points. He is such an impressive scoring talent who can get it done from all three levels. He can operate as a creator off the dribble and reliably knock down spot-up looks as well, and he has good size and explosiveness for a two-guard as well. The Grizzlies' season this year was one to forget, but when they're back at full strength next season, they'll need still more scoring options in the rotation. So with this pick, I like the idea of them adding the best scoring talent available on the wing. Next, with the 10th pick, the Rockets, who own the Nets pick, select Ron Holland from G League Ignite. Holland hasn't played since the end of January because he got thumb surgery, and his lone season in the G League had plenty of ups and downs, but ultimately he was still scoring over 20 points per game against professional athletes, and as the season progressed, he seemed to be getting more comfortable. The Rockets were still in the bottom third of the league offensively this season, so even with Jalen Green's emergence, it wouldn't be a bad idea to target someone like Holland.
I don't really know how to measure Ron Holland,
with the 11th pick, the Atlanta Hawks select Isaiah Collier from USC. Collier was expected to be in the conversation for the number 1 pick this year, but his struggles early in the year quieted those talks quite a bit. To his credit, though, he finished the year on a high note.
Yeah, I mean, like, that could low-key be a steal, too, though. You know, like, he could just be having a bad year.
To put pressure on the rim and create for his teammates shined bright. He still needs to improve as a perimeter shooter, and he's pretty turnover-prone overall, but for a late lottery pick, his upside is definitely worth the swing. Next, with the 12th pick, the Thunder, who own the Rockets pick, select Stephon Castle from UConn. This UConn team is absolutely loaded, and went all the way back-to-back years for a reason, so Castle isn't necessarily the go-to guy of the squad, but he plays his role well, and works extremely hard defensively, which will get him onto the court.
Yeah, dudes like that come from like back-to-back championship winning teams like that, they make for really good, I don't know, like, you just, like, add them to an NBA roster, and they already have the culture of winning. It could be, like, a really good low-key leadership role very early on, you know, where it's like, you're a rookie, but you knew how to win in college, so we know you're going to work hard here also, man. I also know, too, like, I don't know, man, they just play hard. I think about, like, them old Florida Gators team, bro, with Joakim Noah, Al Horford, Corey Brewer. You know, those dudes just came to the NBA. They knew how to win.
Final
I think Maurice Space was on that team also.
He makes smart decisions with the ball too. So for a Thunder team that seems to consistently target two-way guys, he fits right in. Up next with the 13th pick, the Trailblazers, who own the Warriors pick, select Tidjane Salaün from France. Right now, Salaün is serving as a 3-and-D wing overseas, making an impact on a playoff team at just 18 years old. He's a 6'10" player who is a confident shooter from deep, and he has the physical tools to develop into an outstanding two-way wing, which is exactly what the Trailblazers need. And finally, with the last pick of the lottery, the Pelicans, who own the Lakers pick, select Jacoby Walter from Baylor. Walter's freshman season this year was incredibly streaky overall, and he wasn't the most efficient scorer out there necessarily, but he showed enough to be confident in his ability to develop into an impactful scorer at the next level. He's comfortable shooting from deep range, he'll take a high volume of threes, he pulls up comfortably off the dribble from inside and out, and can make things happen for himself in general, which is crucial for a modern-day scorer. And with that being said,
man, I ain't gonna lie, like, I could very much just be a hater, but I feel like 97% of these dudes we saw in this video in other draft classes would have been, like, guys, it's like, well, they might go, like, mid to late first round, you know? It's just, I'm just not really seeing it this year, but prove me wrong, 2024 draft class, or don't, because why does it matter what I think? But, alright, that's all we got for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, my friends.